A few minutes later.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening, I guess, depending on where you're at.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate everyone taking the time to check us out. Here I am using the pallet forks to drive the ground rod in, and it did pretty good. This would probably work better with the aluminum ones. These are the copper, as you can see. Copper's a little softer. It does pretty good. Then I have to go get the post driver to kind of finish things out. This thing's been great. It even survived James. I mean, he had to take it completely apart and rebuild it, but it's still going. Make short work of things like this. I didn't film the ones I had to run in at the dock, but they took a lot longer. It was, I mean, the first 2-3 feet was soft, but after that it was, yeah, it took a while to get in there. All right, so getting this wired up. So, you know, in your meter box, your first panel to the meter, you combine your neutrals and your ground. So this is for the ground rods. I still got to connect that. So just FYI, this is wrong. At this point, I had to change it. Just didn't even occur to me. But so in this instance, the main breaker also is the breaker for that those lugs at the bottom. It's a 200 amp breaker, and that's 2-aught wire, which is really technically 90 amps. Some places will let you get by with the 100 amp breaker on it. So I had to move that to a breaker on the side. You know, bend that in there a little bit more, tie that down. I got the two ground rods in. They're supposed to be spaced at least 6 feet apart, so a little bit more than that. And I'll come into that and go over to it. And this feed goes over to the dock over there. And then I've got to come out of here with 1 3/4 pipe, which will go over to the solar panels. That's to feed the solar controller 240. And then I've got a 3/4 pipe that I'm going to put over here somewhere that will carry the feed from the solar controller in here. So I'll have a junction box here, and then that will and then I can go ahead and put the pump wiring in liquid conduit like it needs to be in liquid tight, and that'll come in the back of it. And I'll try out this little trenching bucket. That's me trying to get used to using this thing. It's the first time I've really used it. About halfway I got into a rhythm back with it and figured it out. Just a couple things seem backwards to me. That's how it is with the backhoe. A little different pattern than the excavators, but worked out. It was good. The idea of it is that, you know, you're not tearing up so much soil, not making such a big cut, but the problem is this down here stays a little damp, and it just packed into the bucket. It didn't come out, so it was a little messy. But we got it done and put the 3/4 inch conduit in it. Yeah, so that's about 100 feet. It was like 90 feet, 90-foot run. Grass coming on up! Up! Yeah! Go out there and get a couple roots up, but overall, you're starting to get something. So So now it's kind of being a little lazy, push it, dump some of the dirt back in there. I ended up having to get probably about 6 bucketfuls from over there at our pile next to the house build. Chris has piled up some more after our big rain, and I took those little piles and put them out to kind of fill in the gap, and it's done pretty well. We'll see how it is after the rain. I need to put some out where the pipe guys did, because it's a 1 foot deep crater all the way around. So not all the way around, it's where they did the grass. Rare sighting of me using a shovel. Got all that packed in and good to go. So spread some grass seed out where I had to run the tractor and stuff, so we'll see how that does, but rest of it's doing good. I'm going to fly the drone. The drone probably will not show the grass coming up. It rarely does until it's really thick. We'll see. Yeah, appreciate everybody watching the video. We've had it's been a busy week trying to get this stuff done, but this, after we pass inspection, we've got a question about the dock I got to work out with him, but with he's probably gonna make me put it on a GFI breaker, which will mean I'll have to put a 60 amps, the biggest I could find. So we'll see. I'll have an answer to that hopefully today, and yeah, we'll have power and all that back there. So help us out with a few other things.
forever start.